They got a lot of standstill, wide open shots early on, and if you get open shots early on, the rim just continues to get bigger. And you know, same story. You know, we donate the first quarter, and then you know, pretty much play them even the rest of the way out. So we just tonight it was the first quarter instead of the second, third, or fourth.
Coach, you've talked a lot about looking for different things to show some progress out there. What did you think of your second unit out there defensively led by Frank?
Much better, really competed. I thought they shared the ball. You know, Lonzo Trier, 8 assists. You know, that says a lot for a guy who really looks to score. You know, he's really concentrating on trying to get his teammates involved. You know, I thought that group really competed. Mitchell was a little out of rhythm tonight. You can see the rust was on him a little bit tonight. Timing on the shot blocking, all of that stuff was a little out of sorts. But overall, I thought those kids played hard.
Did it even bring into more questions in that first quarter, scoring only 16 points, that Westbrook didn't even score that quarter?
Well, that just shows you how good he is. You know, he's just out there facilitating, getting people involved. He knows when he can turn it on. He can turn it on whenever he wants. But again, you know, you look at his line, 9 assists, 10 rebounds. That's for most people, almost triple-double is a slow night. I mean, for him, it's a slow night, almost triple-double. Everybody else, that's a big night. But he came out with the mindset that he was going to make sure all of his teammates felt the ball.
One on Luke. Do you have any idea of that severity?
It's inconclusive right now. We got to do an MRI on him, and we'll find out from there.
And then, you know, that first quarter, they got up 20 pretty quickly. Was fatigue an issue at all? I mean, you guys.
I don't know.
Home, but you were on the road.
I don't know. I just kind of feel I don't want to give it that excuse. And to be honest with you, this has been a trend for us. Whether it's just a quarter, you know, it's a 6-minute part of the game that the doors just, you know, get blown off of us, and then we find ourselves trying to dig and scrap and come back if there's time left in the game. But you know, that's the frustrating part, is figuring out how to get over that hump with this group.
Obviously, you guys have been on the road a lot lately, but to not have a win here since, I think it's December 1st.
It's tough. Yeah, it wears on you some, for sure. You know, we want to win for our fans. We want to win for each other, mainly. But this is where we are. And I can't tell them when that win's coming. We just got to keep chopping the tree until we figure out when it's going to happen. You know, we didn't anticipate any of the ones we had. We just kept working until they fell into our lap.
David, yeah, you got that technical foul. What was going on there? It looked like you were.
I disagree. I disagree with a couple of the calls.
Were you surprised you got the tee? Or
No, I kind of earned it.
Coach, 10 straight DMPs for Courtney Lee. Any plans to work him back in the rotation anytime soon?
Yo, it's tough right now because at that position we got, you know, a lot of our young development is sitting right there. And Trier, Dotson, Kevin Knox, all of those young guys being wings. And Tim still, you know, we consider Tim a young guy as well. You know, it's really tough to find the minutes right now. Obviously, it's never easy to have a guy not playing that you know that's a good basketball player. But right now we have to grow these kids and see who's moving forward with us. But the thing about Courtney is he's just been the ultimate professional. All of these guys, to be honest with you, they've all handled this as well as you possibly can, and he's been a great leader and inspiration to some of these young guys as well.
Besides a strange check on Trier in the game there, what about the way he played? 10 of 10 from the free throw line, 16 points.
He's getting his legs back. I'm really happy to see that. You know, when he first got back from injury, he was struggling a little bit, and I was struggling finding ways to get him loose. But the last couple games, he's starting to find his rhythm and find his place on the court, and that's what he is. He's super aggressive. He's an attacker. He's a scorer. But like I said, I'm most proud of, you know, 8 assists, 6 rebounds tonight, and that's a heck of a line for a young fella. 2 steals.
Yeah, David, what about Kevin? I mean, he didn't look so right in London, and then tonight he seemed a little over.
Yeah, I think the last 2 games he's been a little out of it. Haven't been able to get him going. You know, hopefully I can get him jump started back again the next game and get him moving. You know, I think a lot of this stuff too. You know, you go through this and it's it's all different, and it's not like obviously no excuse, but I think some of these guys have to learn that the NBA presents a lot of different situations from a game-setting standpoint, and you have to learn how to prepare for all of these things. So when you got a 12 o'clock game, it's different than when you play at 7. And how do you do your routine in the morning and prepare yourself to be up, at 'em, energized, you know, full strength? You know, these are little things that we're teaching all of these guys as we go through this. You know, how to prepare when you get off of a long flight from New York to London. And, you know, how do you handle that flight? What do you do when you get off the flight? What do you eat? You know, all of the stuff that we can't assume they know, and we can't take it for granted. So we're really, those are little things within what we're trying to teach them from a player development standpoint that will hopefully help them as they get older.
Coach, just back on Mitchell, just the way he plays the high pick and roll out there, he seems to go at it very aggressively to disrupt. Is that, you know, what you're seeing that you want to see him continue to develop?
Yeah, I want to be able to do a lot of different stuff with him, and that's why, you know, it was really hard because he had missed all those games. But, you know, he's capable of doing, you know, most of the NBA coverages that are out there. And I think the first one to get him to be good at is can he get up and impact the ball. We know he can sit back by the rim and drop and, you know, kind of play that game and challenge everything at the rim. But if I can get him to where he can consistently trap pick and rolls and slide his feet, then eventually I'll be able to switch more consistently with him. And, you know, we can develop him defensively from that standpoint.